one man, tossed eternally into the wilderness, where he must forge all his weapons and armour using resources from only this area, taking on some of RuneScape's most feared monsters. All this whilst being able to be attacked by any other player at all times. But who would take on such an adventure through these treacherous lands? I present to you, Wildanator. Previously, on the Wilderness Only Ironman series, we killed a load of crazed archaeologists and got our kill count up at over 400. We went to the Wilderness Slayer Caves and had a tussle with some PKers, which always makes things a little interesting. We attacked our arachnophobia head on and killed a load of Venenatus, and finally we got that beautiful Dagonhai Road Bottom. Hello there boys, and welcome to episode 26 of the Wilderness Only Ironman series. As you can see, we are in our fineries for a mammoth task to kick things off, and just have a look at these mammoth. Literally, good. It's ridiculous. Look at the size of those hats and those centres. That is pretty cute, pretty cool, and yeah, I ran down here for the task and it gave me a right chuckle. So thanks for that, Jagex, and let's get on with this mammoth task. And once we give this mammoth a old tonk on the trunk, we're going to get ourselves level 68 strength. Ka-ching! I just picked up a second Laren's key, and then no more than about 3 kills later, we got a third. You absolutely love to see it. Some of the things you see in the wilderness, this guy just runs up to me, level 95, with Rune Scimitar and all this gear. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to pick it up because it's his loot. Just starts attacking me, and I just start batting him down my Rune Sim, and he just drops these items. Welcome to the wilderness. Well, the cheeky shit come back with D claws and absolutely sliced me to pieces before I could even look up from my screen. I don't know why he died to me and then sliced me to pieces with claws, but, you know, GF2 Laren's keys. Well, there's one of the keys that we lost back, so yeah, we've actually got 4 keys on this task, but unfortunately only managed to bank 2 of them because, as I said, we did get slapped for 2 of them. So, whilst I'm coming towards the end of the mammoth task, this voider gets on me, and I'm not thinking here at all. I was actually doing something on the side of this, and I was also trying to pull up my recorder to record this at the time. And I think I just run to the enclave. Obviously I can't because I'm teleblocked. Then I thought I'd use the obelisk. Not going to work either because I'm teleblocked, but I don't realise that at the time. But there is an eastern tower that I soon remember afterwards, so let's see if I can get away on that one. Well, that was a decent bit of fun. That was a good bit of activity up at the mammoths. It's very unusual that they're that busy. So to, you know, kill somebody, be killed myself, and have a getaway all in one task, as well as a few Laren's keys, that made things extra spicy and quite exciting, which is always quite nice. Our next task is going to be 75 scorpions, which, as you should know, is going to mean a little bit of Scorpia. Before we head up to Scorpia, we need to get ourselves some more anti-poisons, and the only way we can get anti-poisons is a bit of an obscure one, and that's killing Aviancies. They drop 5 3-dose potions at a 1 in 26 rate, and the reason that I have to do it this way is because I don't have a pestle and mortar to be able to make them, so it's a bit different, but we do get adamant bars, which are going to be really useful for adamant bolts, so all in all, it's not a bad method. Something I completely forgot about and should have bought Alks because it increases the drop rate once you've Alked it is Ecumenical Keys, but that's going to be a nice 60k. Well, Scorpia's a wee bit lively, isn't it, boys? But we have run out of anti-poison, so I've been hard at work up at the Aviances, grabbing some more, and they shit out these Rune Dagger Peas, quite frankly. This isn't going to be quite enough because they only last a couple of minutes, the normal anti-poisons. I really wish we had a way of getting some better ones, but we don't. We will if we could get a drop off Venenasis, because I think Venenasis drops antidotes. I could be wrong on that, but we're going to do another trip up there and just grab ourselves a few more anti-poisons so we can finish this Scorpion's task up at Scorpia. 61,500 Gilnor points in a single alk, and we're grabbing ourselves another money key. Oh yes, that's the third economical key coming in. Money, money, money. That's another trip done up the Aviances, and that's going to be enough anti-poisons to see us through the task. Yes, Malediction Shard, bloody get in, yes! Oh, that's our second shard, that is beautiful. Holy shit, guys. Oh my god. I just got a Scorpio offspring. That is absolutely unreal. I'm so happy with that. As a boss, I really hate Scorpia. So now, as soon as we get the other Odium Shard, we're actually done with Scorpia. We got the pair. I actually can't fucking believe that. That's insane. I'm so happy. There's not many things I leave the wilderness for. Pretty much nothing. But I've made a few exceptions on the account. It's my series, it's my account, and I will be insuring this bad boy. It's a bit of a money sink. I've got to pay for it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's justified. I hope you guys agree, but I'm so fucking happy. Yes. Well, that is the Scorpion's task finished up, and my god, what more can you want from a task? We had me dying, we had me escaping, we had me getting the pet, we had me getting the shard. So yeah, that was just an absolutely fantastic task. Scorpion's definitely not one of my favourite bosses, but boy did I enjoy that task, that was brilliant. So to make the Odium Ward, actually all we need is the one from the Chaos Fanatic now. We decided to hop on over to the Wilderness Resource Centre to carry on with some smithing grind, and we've actually got ourselves level 70. That's really nice to see. It's going to be just 3 more levels till we can do adamant bolts, which is really cool. From 70 to 71, that's still about 5 hours. It does take quite a long time just smithing iron items up here, but slowly we're getting there, and soon enough we'll be able to make those beautiful adamant bolts, and that's going to be a viable way to kill Callisto.
Many hours later.
71 smithing. As we've just hit 71 smithing, I think it might be a good time to use up the ores and bars within my bank. So we're going to see how far between these ores and these bars, how far we can get towards 72, or whether even if we can surpass it. The way in which we use the gold ore within the wilderness is we run from the Ferox Enclave Bank up to the ruins. We do this in a non-members world because there's less NPCs about, which means 2 of our inventory slots are taken up by runes, by fire runes and nature runes. We also do it with a combination of a crafting method, because whilst we're up at the furnace, you may as well get some craft XP as well. So we make gold amulets, and through this method we get 12k smithing, 17k crafting and 18k mage, and we basically don't waste any time because we're superheating on the way up. If you wanted to be super efficient, you could also alch on the way down for pretty much no loss with the gold amulets, but we choose not to do that just because I don't want to have to buy loads and loads of nature runes. The way we use the silver ore is very much the same as the gold, in the sense of we run from the Ferox Enclave up to the ruins, but slightly different rates. Because you get less smithing XP but more crafting because we're making tiaras, it works out at you get 7k smithing XP an hour, 24k crafting XP an hour, and 18k mage. So although this isn't fantastic for smithing XP, it's pretty good for crafting. And finally, the way in which we do our steel bars, or any bars that aren't being used for jewellery, is we go from the Ferox Enclave up to the Anvil, up in level 23 Wilderness, and what we do is we use a looting bag method. So we leave the Ferox Enclave and fill up our looting bag with some steel bars, because obviously you can't do it inside the Enclave, because it's got to be within the Wilderness. We then run back to the bank, and we get some more steel bars. We then run up to the Anvil, and essentially we've got 2 in 1. So what we do is we smith the steel bars in our inventory, we destroy the looting bag, which means that it drops the steel bars, pick them up and use that. We then kill the spiders that are in that area. To get ourselves another looting bag, we run down to level 20 Wilderness. We use our Ferox Enclave teleport, and that's pretty much a method. We just rinse and repeat that method, and obviously we can restore our run energy at the pools or the Clan Wars portal. This method nets us roughly, when I was doing it, about 34k an hour. You probably could get a little bit more, upwards towards 40k if you didn't get the steel, if you didn't get the looting bag back from the spiders. What you could do is you could use some last man standing points and get it from there, which would slightly speed that process up. Well, that was a whole lot of information chucked at you guys, but I do think it's nice to sometimes know the difference in skilling within the Wilderness and sort of how I do end up training things and things like that, because it can sometimes end up being, you know, quite different. We've used pretty much all our bars now, and we've ended up with 40k away from level 72, something that I sort of half forgot I had. As we don't quite have the level to make it yet, we did get a few bolts from Wildanator. It's enough for like just a couple of Callisto kills, but I thought whilst we got them, why not head up there and see if we can't get a few kills.
We're going on a bear hunt.
We're going on a bear hunt.
Well, I think that was a jolly nice way to end things up, guys, using our remaining bolts on a few Callisto kills. And, you know, we even got a little bit of action at the end. These are the loots we got. Not hugely helpful, I must say, but it is nice that we're able to kill some Callisto. The Dragon Bones will almost certainly be used, and I'll never say no to a little cash. It's been a really, really cool episode. I've really enjoyed making it. Obviously, now, the last episode, we got Dragon High Bottom. We got the Scorpio Offspring in this episode. You know, boys, I am chuffed to pieces with. We've actually surpassed 1,000 subscribers now, which is it's just crazy, you know. This started as a real personal small project, but it's grown into something really, really nice, guys. You know, I'm getting loads of good feedback. I'm over 1,000 subscribers, which for me just seems mental, seems crazy. Not sure if anyone's in the CC at the moment, not all that many people, but quite often, you know, we've got sort of, we're getting like 10 people in the CC at sometimes. If you do join the CC, I'll direct you towards a Discord, or you can add me. We've got a load of good guys in there, and you know, it's just really nice building a community through these videos, and I'm having so much fun as always, guys. So we're going to jump over to the goals for now, but thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And this is how we're set up with the goals. So as you can see, we have now ticked off the third shard of the Malediction wards, so just one more of those and we can actually use the Malediction shield. Both of these shields for our account will just be absolutely fantastic. Obviously we got the Scorpio pet. We don't have anywhere to record pets at current, but you know, who knows what the future might hold. I've got a few ideas for maybe a season 2 where we could move some of these goals like the Revenant weapons and maybe put some pets on the sheet and some of those more challenging ones onto a season 2. But you know, let's see if I'm still enjoying making this and you guys are still enjoying watching it, and then we can talk about that further in the future. Every comment you guys give makes me really happy. Every comment, every like, everything you guys do really does help out the channel. It motivates me to make it more and more. Each video, you know, we're knocking around about the 100 likes, so if this one could see 100 likes again, I'd really appreciate that. But thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, and until next time, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.